Welcome back to Matcha Mondays with Michelle. I've been seeing so many viral matcha latte artworks, especially the sheep matcha latte. So I got inspired and I tried recreating it myself, and I went down a little rabbit hole of making even more designs. But instead of the usual hot matcha latte, I did it iced. Usually latte art is with hot drinks, but as you may know, I love my iced matcha lattes. Plus, I just don't really have the right tools to make a good, smooth, frothed milk, which is what you need for hot matcha latte art. So let me show you exactly how I did it instead, using basic tools that you probably already have at home, and I'm sharing all my tips and tricks to help you do it yourself at home too. First of all, let me just say you can get so creative with this. If you go on Pinterest, you can find so much inspo. You can get really detailed with the designs, but I'm just sticking with the basics today. So for normal latte art, I think you would usually use steamed milk, but like I said, I don't have a steamer or a frother or some kind of tool to help me get a really smooth milk foam. I do have an electric whisk, but I can't get it to produce a really fine foam. It always comes out too bubbly. So I found that the best method for me is to make a matcha cream top. And for that, our main ingredient is heavy whipping cream. You can also use a non-dairy version if you can't have dairy. But the key here is to create a fluffy cream top layer, which is what's going to make it easier to draw the art on. So let's start by making the cream top. I'm adding 30 grams of Target's Good and Gather heavy whipping cream, 20 grams of milk. I'm using Califia Farms Barista Blend oat milk, but you can use any milk you prefer, and 4 grams of sifted matcha powder. I'm using Tea4Us's Hebe matcha, which is super nutty and creamy. Taking my electric whisk, I'm going to whip this up for about 1.5 minutes until it thickens. The amount of time will depend on your whisk, but the consistency should look thick and airy like this. It shouldn't be completely liquid, but it also shouldn't have stiff peaks. If it is too runny, keep whisking until it gets thicker, but if it's too thick, mix in a splash of cream to thin it out. Also make sure to whisk it well to get rid of any matcha clumps. Then to make the latte, I'm filling my cup with ice. My cup capacity is about 12 ounces. Add 5 grams of sweetener. I'm using pure maple syrup, but you can use whatever you prefer. 60 grams of milk. Again, I'm using Califia Farms Barista Blend oat milk. And then pour the matcha cream on top. This is our base, and now we can add the latte art on top. So starting with the sheep art, I've seen cafes use special tools like this, special droppers and things like that to help them make the art quickly, but I don't have things like that, so here's what I did instead. I needed white and brown/black. So for the white, I just took a splash of heavy whipping cream again, just by itself, and whipped that up until it got thick. I tried to match the consistency of the cream top because I found that if the consistency is too thin, the art is just not going to hold its shape. As you can see, the edges are not clean, but if it's too thick, it just won't look as smooth. It's also going to be harder to work with. Then I used a small spoon to add dollops of the white cream on top to make the sheep body. I made 4 sheeps. You can do more or less depending on your cup size and depending on how big you want your sheep to be. But also if you wanted more accuracy, you can use a toothpick. That's going to be great for intricate designs like this. And honestly, you could even stop here if you just wanted to make clouds. It did help to keep a paper towel or something on hand so you could wipe the toothpick clean just to help the colors stay nice and uniform. And I ended up not really liking how one of them turned out, so I just added more cream on top and started over. And that's the great thing about this, it's actually so easy to start over, erase, and cover up any mistakes. Now to make the head and legs, I used melted chocolate. You can use anything that makes a black or dark brown color, like sesame seeds, chia seeds, charcoal powder, even just food coloring. But I had chocolate on hand, so I thought, why not use this? So I took about 6 of the chocolate chips. You don't need that many. Mine are dark chocolate chips from Trader Joe's. And I microwaved them for 1.5 minutes on high, stirring every 30 seconds until it was all melted. And then I mixed in a splash of hot water to thin it out. Again, you don't want it to be too thick or it won't transfer to the cup. And you don't want it to be too thin or else the design won't hold its shape. Then with my toothpick, I just drew on the face and legs. I made little ovals for the face and also added little ears on the side. And I made the legs kind of short and stubby because I just thought it was cuter that way. They're giving Shaun the Sheep. I used to love that show. And then with the plain white cream, I decided to add polka dots all over using the toothpick. And then I turned some of those dots into stars. And like I said, it's super easy to erase any mistakes. I just swirled it in a circle and then you can easily redo the design. And our sheep matcha latte is complete. How cute is this? Latte art definitely takes skill and patience and practice, but it's so fun to do and I think it would make a great activity to do with your friends too. Now for the miffy matcha latte. I was inspired by this video where this girl did it so effortlessly. I'm definitely not on her level, but I tried. So I did pretty much the same thing as the sheep design. I started with the white cream and carefully shaped her head and ears. I used the spoon to shape the larger areas and the toothpick to refine the details. And then I just used the melted chocolate again for her face. Her X mouth took a few tries to get right, but I found that for something like this, starting in the middle and then drawing the lines outwards worked better than just drawing the lines from one end to the other. And again, I added little stars and polka dots all around to complete the design. The third one that I tried was a Rilakkuma face, and for this one I made the cream and chocolate consistencies on the thinner side, which actually made it easier to pour from the spoon. But again, if you mess up, it's okay, it's super easy to erase and redo. I also used a chopstick instead of a toothpick since the design was a little bit larger. I didn't need to be as detailed. And it definitely helps to have a reference photo or something to look at while you're making the design, unless you can draw from memory, which I cannot. But this one turned out so cute. I was super happy with this. And lastly, I had one more design in mind that I had to try. You guys always ask me what these little green guys are in my videos, and they're called Smiski. They're little figurine toys that come in blind boxes. They come in different poses, different outfits. They even glow in the dark, and I think they're so adorable. So I'm making a little Smiski face, and for this one, I just used the chocolate. No white cream was needed. I'm using the tiny little face at the end of this Smiski's baton thing as my reference, and it is a simple design, but getting the proportions and the spacing right took some time. If you have more artistic talent than me, then I'm sure this would be really easy for you, but it took me quite a while to get right. But eventually, I ended up with this, and I think it turned out pretty good. People say don't play with your food, but I say life is too short. Have fun with your food. It's not that serious. But also, when you're finally ready to drink, just make sure to mix everything really well. Make sure to incorporate the matcha with the sweetener and the milk. That way you can enjoy all of the flavors. So I hope this helped. If you try your own latte art, please share it with me in my community tab. Subscribers can post photos there and I can see your creations. You can chat with other people in our community too. And like I said, you can get really creative with this, so the possibilities are endless. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Matcha Mondays, and I'll see you in my next video.